What is happening, boys and girls? Jim here, RCAD. Today is Sunday, September 29th, 2024. Sunday. And we are back out at the rock pile. Probably the last video that we're going to film out here on the rock pile. And we've got our last two vehicles. The Vaterra K10 Ascender. This one is my niece's K10 Ascender, not to be confused with my K10 Ascender. There's absolutely no lights on this one. Mine currently has Traxxas portal axles and a bunch of other nonsense on it. And then we have my niece's Trx4 Sport Trax, minus the tracks, running on a set of Traxxas Deepwoods. Can't get these tires anymore. And I can't remember what kind of wheels they are. I think those are some no-name online aluminum wheels right there, which look pretty sweet on that truck. All right, so we're going to hit the rock pile here. K10 Ascender is going to go first, followed by our Trx4 Sport, and see how these two trucks stack up against each other. Notch out. Apologies for lack of sun here. We can key on our flash and maybe brighten things up a little bit. As for tires, the K10 is running on a set of 1.9 Canyon Trails. These are actually the tires and wheels that came with that Trx4 Sport Trax. And then I put a custom tread pattern into the tires, just to open them up a little bit more so they can perform better in our environment. Which may not be the best for the rocks, but in general for around here, they do work pretty well. This K10 Ascender is relatively stock. It does have some wheel weights on it, or axle weights, that came on the vehicle. The vehicle was purchased used from an online bidding war site. And I think our brother paid right around 150 US dollars for it. Is that about right?
Yeah, I think so.
150? Or is that, did we pay 150 for my K10 Ascender? We got mine from FB.
200 for this one and one. I get paid 150 or 160 for yours. I got really lucky.
The Blue Bronco. Yeah, the Blue Bronco.
I got really lucky on that one.
It's been a while since we thought about how much we paid for these vehicles, but we got a pretty good deal on all the Ascenders. The Suburban is probably the only expensive one. Right, but it wasn't much more than how much they went for stock, right? Right around the same price.
Same price. So we're brand new.
Yeah, and it's in great shape. Or the Suburban was in great shape.
Yeah, it looked like it was brand new.
Yeah, it did. It did look like it was brand new.
Came out of the box pretty much.
We do have that on video. The befores and afters. So I'm spinning my tires here. I got a link stuck on this rock down here. So yeah, I can't remember what we paid for this one. Maybe 200 or so. We paid 150 for mine from FB Marketplace. And that was a while ago, few years ago.
2 years back. Another good find.
All right, the K5 Blazer was bought brand new from Nankin Hobbies in Ypsilanti, right?
Yep, Blazer. Brand new.
Mail order, online order. I'm stuck on this rock. It's a bummer. I need a sand ladder. To get over this, I got my link stuck on this rock. This Ascender is pretty much how it came from the previous owner, other than the tires, which once again are off of the Trx4 Sport right behind us. Okay, I got it. If I would have changed my position beforehand, people probably would have been screaming shenanigans. Keep on going, little Ascender. These Ascenders are great trucks. I mean, it's really too bad that they quit making them. Right, pound for pound for the price, they're one of the best crawlers made for the price. Right out of the gate, RTR, ready to run. In my opinion, FMS vehicles don't stack up as far as quality, fit and finish, whole 9 yards, durability, longevity, crawlability, and what they're made out of. FMS is really fancy. They've got all the lights and bells and whistles, but kind of cheaper components on the underside. Definitely cheaper components on the inside. suck you in with all the bells and whistles, but what's on the inside that counts. Just like with people. All right, we're making our way around to this little rocky outcropping here. I might just hold there and wait for you to make your approach in. See how you do. Trx4 Sport Tracks. Relatively stock truck. Other than the tires. I think we do have a... Did we lift the body on this? I can't remember.
Oh, we trimmed the running boards a bit.
I did trim the running boards down from the tracks. I might have put a body lift on. I can't recall. It's been a while. But it does have a Traxxas complete BEC kit. That is something that I put in on day one. After initially having problems with my Bronco and my brother's Bronco with the steering circles going out within the first couple of weeks. First couple of days with my truck. First couple of weeks with my brother's Trx4 Bronco. This was many moons ago. And then every Trx4 after that, we put a complete BEC kit on, and we haven't had a problem with the servo. So either Traxxas fixed the servo, or it was something to do with not getting a full 6 volts to the servo. Knock on wood. Yeah, it's a tough fight getting in. To really rely on your tires. Don't be pressured by time constraints. There's a rollover as we walk around. I can't remember exactly how I climbed in there. I might have approached it a little bit sideways from how you were doing it. I mean, anywhere in this along this edge is going to be fine. Oh, there she goes. Hey, try up on these 2 rocks right here. Got a better approach angle on it, but the one on the driver's side. Oh yeah, keep hugging it. You might be able to use that steering servo and some side bite to get you over. Oh, lots of tire drinking going on there. Back away from us so people don't think I'm giving it a helping hand. All right, you almost had it. Running on a Dirt Trax Onyx, 6,000 milliamp 2S Lipo, 50C discharge rate.
Wait, you're trickling on that one.
Can't remember what the tag number is on that battery. DTXC something or other. Oh, almost had it. Oh, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, beautiful. You're part way in. You're part way in. Oh, nicely done. That's right.
That was a blade.
You were just balancing over there up against green rock. Should probably move the camera to the other side as you scrape across that rock there. Put some scratches on Buggy's truck. Well, you know, ultimately you paid for it, so. All right, well, I'm probably gonna need some negotiating room here. We'll see here. I might back into you too. We try to make our way up this ledge. That was a tough crawl, no doubt. Tough start for sure. I've got my front steering linkage pinned up against the rock here. Yeah, got the linkage up on the rock. See if I can get my tire out on the rock instead. There we go. Previous owner did put a relatively strong steering servo in here. It's not waterproof, but Savox servo. I can't remember the tag number on that, but it's a relatively strong one. All right, made it in. I'm gonna get myself around the corner here, as we did in the previous videos, and let you slide through in a minute. Front bumper on that rock. Tire is underneath it. We had trouble with this rock with just about every vehicle that we came out here with.
Except for the Red Cat.
Yeah, except for the Red Cat Gen 8. You know, the Red Cat Gen 8 really custom Gen 8, not a stock Gen 8. Did rather nice out here. Probably the best pound for pound out of all the vehicles. Next to the TRX6. The TRX6 was with the Gen 8 and did rather well as well. But it's got extra axles, a little bit more length to keep the power to the ground. But that Red Cat Gen 8 with this 110mm long travel suspension and short wheelbase had no problems keeping traction. Plenty of articulation and crawled like a dream through all this stuff. K10 Ascender is doing pretty good too. A relatively stock Joe truck. Brief video interruption here to talk about a fun Vaterra Ascender fact. All right, boys and girls, I bet a lot of you guys and gals out there didn't know this about what the shock length was on a Vaterra Ascender right out of the gate. Vaterra was pretty darn generous when it came to the oil-filled shocks. Most RTR crawlers come with a 90mm shock, and that's measuring from eyelet to eyelet, from the center of our upper eyelet to the center of the lower eyelet, 90mm on most RTR crawlers. Vaterra, very generous with theirs, and they kick out shocks that are closer to 105mm. We measure these guys. There's steel tape measure put in the center of the eyelet up there. And then look on down here to the bottom. And we are right around 105mm. That is pretty darn healthy for an RTR crawler. They also included a dual stage spring on their shocks. We've got a longer spring right here, shock collar, and then a shorter spring. Plastic bodied shock, yes, but they do perform relatively good. Haven't had too many problems with them. All the shocks do include a 5mm rubber bump stop, which isn't too bad. The rubber is relatively soft and flexible. You can leave it in place. It is limiting your travel by 5mm roughly. So I did remove the bump stops off of all our Vaterra Ascenders. But I wanted to just point that out to you guys and gals out there, that the factory shocks on the RTR Ascenders were 105mm. That's pretty darn impressive. Making our way into these monster rocks here. Servo stinging like mad.
Yeah, you had to replace the shocks on this one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did some shock work to it. Yeah, the guy had the wrong springs on there. And we also removed the bump stops to give them just a little bit more travel. Roughly 5 more millimeters of travel. And then I had to replace the springs because the guy had the wrong springs on there. I can't remember what springs I used on here, but they're not Vaterra springs. Getting up on a wheelie. What kind of wheelbase do we have on this one? I think this one is 287mm. 287, I want to say, on this truck. I think it's close to the same as the Trailfinder too, or relatively close, if I'm not wrong on the 287. Trailfinder is 287mm for sure. And we're going uphill. Wants to go left, but there's nowhere to go on the left. Probably not. It's wanting to roll over there on the left. Wow, I figured it would be a lot easier making it through here with this truck. I think it's the battery position.
Yeah.
The previous owner made his own little custom battery tray for it, and I haven't removed that yet. I was going to, but it's putting the battery up a little bit too high. We made it. Sort of. Yeah. We're still crawling. It's doing pretty good. Savox Turbo's doing quite a bit of talking over there. I think I'm going to move up here and get into this area, and then I'll let you catch up. Right there, turbo's doing okay. Gives you room to get over top of this rack and everything else. All right, Trx4 Sport 1.9. Four-letter word online auction site wheels. Those are deep woods, yeah. But the wheels, nice aluminum wheels. I really like them. They're relatively cost effective. Cheap. $36, I want to say, maybe. Less than 40. Great wheels. Yeah, you're working your way in there. Oh, bumper rack. Just hold your pose there. I'm gonna move positions here. That's hard to do. Have somebody stop driving, stop your crawl, lose their forward momentum and everything else. Right, it's going so well, right? Yeah. Once again, we are currently in a partnership program with A-Man Hobbies and AvantLink. Look at you crawl right over that rock. Absolutely no problems.
Right, just a hair and rode that one up.
Yeah, well, you get a longer wheelbase. It's 313 millimeters on this one, or 312, whatever that is. So yeah, we'll be leaving links below down in the information area for certain vehicles, such as the Trx4 Sport Trax. Although that might not be available anymore. And you can't get the Dirtfax Deepwood tires anymore either. That's a bummer. And we can't put in links for the wheels, so that's no good. And we can't throw in any links for a Vaterra K10 Ascender because they don't make these vehicles anymore either. We can throw in links for the Traxxas 1.9 Canyon Trails. maybe a battery or two, but that's about it for everything that we're using today. Traxxas Complete BEC Kit, I swear by those things. They are great if you have a Trx4 and you're running the stock electronic speed controller. I highly recommend that Traxxas Complete BEC Kit. Making our way along on this rocky edge, full of pitfalls. As you guys have seen in previous videos, these are the last two vehicles that we ran out here. Although I might save this video for second to last. Since the Red Cat Gen 8 did so well, maybe we'll run that video last. I'm falling off the rocks here. Oh boy. I'd like to go forward, but we're keeling over. Oh, cutting hard left. I have a feeling I'm going to roll over as soon as that passenger side tire makes it over that edge of that rock. See if we can turn the steering servo to the right.
Don't do that.
No, it's not happy at all. One back tire in the air. Oh. There she goes. Oh, yep. All right. Reposition that. Bummer. Stalled out for a second there. Yeah, it's a tough little climb, really.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Everything's dropping down to the right, with a few little pitfalls on the left. Rocks on the right want to take your truck right off the edge, right over the edge. Everything's leaning that way. That sound like somebody walking back there? Hearing voices in the woods. Oh, I'm kind of right back in the same spot without even trying. The steering wheel is getting in the way. Doesn't like that. Not one bit. Ooh, torque twist. Get that front tire on that rock and try to pivot my way around. Oh, and not go over this edge here. Back tire is falling off on that side. Wow, I'm amazed. I'm amazed I was able to hold that angle right there. This next little spot is a tricky little shelf too. Climbing back up. Oh, we're snagging our front bumper. The front bumper's sticking out just a little bit. I recessed my front bumper in and raised it up a little bit on my K10. This one is still in its stock position, which sticks out a little bit far. I made up and over that edge. Oh, hit our bumper again on the tree this time. Got our front tire down in a hole. Peeling off some moss. Oh, I started driving up the tree and I let off. Keep driving up that tree, baby. Huh? No squeal. I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay, continue. Run along on our tape. Yeah, 20 minutes. That's not too bad to get this far.
No, not really.
Took a lot longer with the trail finder too, that's for sure.
What it takes to get it rolling. The front.
Yeah. Love my trail finder too, but it's definitely a price to pay. Playing on the rocks. Did a lot of damage to the TF2 out here. Once again, these newer style vehicles with plastic axles and link suspension do a little bit better than leaf springs. There's a price to pay for scale realism, but the Trx4 Sport looks pretty good. In all reality, it's a good looking truck. K10's a good looking truck too. It's too bad once again that they stopped making that. Yeah, good sitting spot.
Yeah. Quiet.
Yeah, it is quiet. She's not making any noises. Where do we go from here? Well, you rolled the Mercedes-Benz over right where I'm sitting right now, right? Mm-hmm. We only ran this course the one way. I wasn't even thinking about that. We could have totally ran it the other way.
Yeah, I didn't think of that either.
A little bit harder going up this hill, I imagine, though. We're playing this. We're using this area, or playing it all by ear out here on this area. We started out in one direction, and we've been following the same route with every truck thus far. Haven't even thought about changing it up and going around the other way. The majority of our runs, boys and girls, are all done on camera. There's very little that we do off camera. Sometimes we do a few off-camera runs with friends when they come over. Just because there's, don't want to put them under the pressure. They came over here to have fun and crawl, not necessarily to be on camera. So there is some runs here and there that are off camera, of course. But 99% are on. I'm making my way over to that one the Twin Peaks here. The deadly Twin Peaks on the right. Which we're not showing on camera just yet. If we can even make it that far. The dreaded Twin Peaks, which are these two rocks right here. They don't look like much, but man, they are pretty wicked. And my front tire is dropping down in the hole right here on the driver's side. It's about to. Down in no man's land. Teetering the truck a little bit here. Only saving grace here is that we don't have much of a back bumper on this vehicle. Great departure angles. Still running the stock gearing on this vehicle. Normally I drop the pinion gear down to a 12 tooth. I think they come with a 13 or a 14. A 14. And I typically drop it down to a 12 with an 86 tooth spur gear. So great combination is 12 tooth pinion, 86 tooth spur gear with this truck. for crawlability. Oh, don't roll it over. Climbing up the peaks here. She's going to go over backwards. Back tire's down in a hole. Unless we can bring the truck to the right. And it's torquing to the left. There we go. Backed up just a little bit. Good. Need a little bit more weight on the front end. I'm going to back up and see if I can get myself angled a little bit further to the right. Try to get my right front tire. Back tire's falling down in the hole here. Try to get my right front tire right up on that nub on that rock on the sharpest point. No, it's not wanting to do it. Oh, I shouldn't have stopped. I think we could have made it. Oh, look at that. We're up in the air. She's like vertical right there. Oh, there we go. Has any truck made it through here yet?
No.
I gave it hell with the Gen 8 yesterday. The custom Red Cat Gen 8. Which, once again, not to spoil anything, did the best out of all the vehicles we have. It is the sound of plastic. Lectron polycarbonate. Just teetering on the frame there. Not much we can do. We get traction for a second, but as soon as we attempt to go get our back tire up over this ledge, it loses everything. We need a sand ladder. I don't think she's gonna make it. Next problem is gonna be trying to get ourselves back out of here. Ooh, she does not like that. Then I roll it over. Alright, well, we're going to have to go around that section. And off to the right where we did previously with all the other vehicles. Just because that is not so crawlable. It is a tough spot. The spot off to the right is pretty darn tough, too. It's got a big old gaping hole. Ouch, right there in between. I just kneeled on a rock. That wasn't very fun. Got one tire down in the hole. It's probably a bad spot. I should probably have that up on top. Not down in the hole. As we try to climb up back out here. Oh, she did not like that. Little torque twist. Keep on trucking across this rock or drop down into this cavity. Might roll it over. Oh boy. Yeah, you think you can flip me over? Mosquito buzzing me. Yeah, no helping hands. Just get her upright. I think it was somewhat. Yeah, right there is good enough. We'll try her from there. Oh boy. Now I'm down in a hole. Billy, get me out of this hole. Oh, we are stuck, man. Yeah, bumper snagged. I think I'm going to roll it over again here in a minute if I'm not careful. Cutting hard right. Getting her link stuck on the rock. Oh, what a bummer. Steering links, not the axle links. Steering linkage is hanging us up. Trail Finder 2 has a lot of other hang-ups in the front. Terraflex revolver shackles, which are better than standard shackles, but still, they stick out a little bit and hang you up. I'm not saying anything bad about the TF2. I absolutely love my Trail Finder 2. It's one of my absolute favorite trucks on the channel. Stock 35 turn motor in this vehicle. Once again, stock gearing. Just seen our servo move the back end of the truck around there. That's a little bit choked up there. She wasn't happy about that. Back up to the right. Oh, don't roll it over, baby. Keeps following that line. There we go. Back tire was climbing up over a ledge on the opposite side. Passenger side rear. Catching our door. Just going to circle right back around to this one other rock that we hauled the last time. You guys and gals can't see yet. This spot right over here. And try to walk back in. And wait for the other vehicle. And she made it. Little gear click going on there. That's with our spur gear and pinion gear. That happens all the time. The pebbles get in there. Not much of a cover there on those on the spur gear, pinion gear area. But the gears are made of Kevlar, so they're pretty darn strong. All right, Trx4 Sport. Sitting over here at the big rock shelf. Just hanging on the edge of his seat. Oh yeah. Against the tree. Mid tree does come in handy. The moss. Oh, little torque twist. It's a big drop off. You hug in hard, right? Oh, there you go. Just embrace it. Right? Embrace the drop off. It'll be not as bad. Probably putting some of the first real good scratches on a Trx4 Sport tracks putting it through here. Or Trx4 Sport in this situation. You can purchase a long travel Trx4 Sport. Nothing wrong with those other than that front steering servo relocation bracket. And we do have a video on that whole mess and what to expect and how to fix it. That's a pretty steep little area you're trying to climb in there. Oh, there you go. Keep hooking left. Maybe a little right. You're stuck on a running board. Darn running boards. Rock sliders. Oh, you made it. You made it. Don't lose your momentum. Yeah, right? The plastic bumper on the front is pretty flexible, which is good and bad. Roll over. Ever so slight. Your whole front tire is way down in a hole. Oh boy. Oh, big scratch on the passenger side door. Just seen that one get put into place. Well, you might not be too happy about that. The trail scars. Oh, you're making your way up. Keep coming. Keep on coming. Oh, nicely done. Watch where I'm going so I don't fall off. Fall on my butt here. Walking backwards over this rock pile. Bumper snag. Truck looks great on camera. Great camera presence. We're missing a snorkel for our driver. Got a snorkel on the truck, but if you get that deep in water, you're going to need a snorkel yourself. All right, back around to this next little entranceway. See who can make it in here and who can't. It's a pretty narrow little climb coming in, this rock that we're on. It's fairly narrow, and I've got too much tire off on the driver's side. Tough little climb here. Oh, one wheel going in here. Let's see if we can hook it to the right and climb up onto this big plateau. Gen 8 was able to make it up here. Only one so far. Only one I really tried it with, though, as well. Snagging our axle. Oh, getting off the course. Snagging our axle again. Yep, getting snagged on our differential. We need to get ourselves just a little bit over to the one side here. Whoops. Back end is sliding off the rocks. Right back to where we started from. Gen 8's axles hang down just a little bit further than the differentials, but still we were able to climb this just a little bit. Well, we were able to climb it with the Gen 8. Not able to climb it with the Vaterra. We'll move on. Well, some of these rocks just have some huge pitfalls in between. Got our front tire in a rut. Whoa, it does not like this nonsense. It is really snagged up in here pretty good. And we're making it back around to square one here. That's where we got stuck at previously. All right, Trx4 Sport. Can you make it? Climbing up the Rock of Gibraltar there. You're making it. Oh, look at that. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost in it. Gen 8 started pushing these other rocks out of the way. Oh, you're falling off the edge. Oh, yeah. Everything seems to be attached. You're almost there. You almost had it. All right. Gen 8 is the only one that made it. All right, boys and girls, that's going to do it. Very much appreciated for y'all sticking around and watching the video. As always, questions or comments are always welcome. We'll be putting down links below in the information area for certain things, I suppose, whatever we can put links in for. But very much appreciated for y'all sticking around and watching the video. And that pretty much concludes our series out here on the rocks. These were the last two vehicles to try it. And once again, Red Cat Gen 8 is the #1 vehicle out here so far. That's going to do it. Very much appreciated for y'all sticking around and watching the video. And we'll see you all on the next one. Thanks again. Ah, there she goes.